Hello, fellow mutants. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about how Diego Luna says why uh, Cassian Andors' journey in the Andors show is all about patience. So let's give this a read, shall we? Because I am really very, very interested. Um, First, I would like to say I know this show kind of got some backlash, like I don't say backlash, but they has its critics like everything, and everyone has. I think that this show is pretty good. That it deserves more love than it's currently getting. Um, I'm enjoying. I've been enjoying. I've enjoyed all 12 episodes of Andor, and I am so excited to see, or I should say excited, more like intrigued. I'm intrigued and to see where season 2 would take Andor. So that said, let's give this a read. The story about Andor star Diego Luna first appeared in the Guideline Critics Awards documentaries issues of the Raps Award magazine. Andor is the latest, which I don't know why that was so important, but okay. Andor is the latest Star Wars series on for Disney Plus, and a sequel to 2016's big screen spin-off Rogue One. It feels unlike anything that's happened in a galaxy far, far away. It is methodical, intricate look at how one man, Cassian Andor, becomes radicalized after a lifetime spent oppressed by systematically evil forces he once thought were too big to resist. His wins aren't the flashiest, and at the end of the first season, he's still a character in flux. But what an adventure and what a performance from Luna. Luna, who also serves as an executive producer, had been on the project through earlier attempts at the streaming series, from the Americans writers Stephen Scoff and Encanto, directed Jared Bush. But then Michael Clayton, writer and director, Tony Gilroy, who had helped reshape Rogue One during the prolonged reshoot, had the idea of making the characters more ambiguous. This is what Luna said. Diego Luna said, to understand who they are and what they are capable of, you have to go through the whole journey. This is no way you can. There's no way you can witness one episode and say, "Okay, this is it. I get it." Uh, the kind of writer that keeps surprising you. You can't believe that what you're witnessing is about to happen, and then you go, "Oh my God, how far is this going to go?" and go further. Gilroy in an earlier conversation on the rap likened the creation of Andor to building an entire civilization from scratch. Um, and yes, continue. Sorry. The show is also populated by fascinating side characters, among them Andor's adopted mother and Mon Mothma, a canonic Star Wars character granted extraordinary depth and complexity. I think it's, and this is what Diego Luna said too now, quote unquote, I think it's quite unfair that the show is called Andor because of the richness of the show in terms of character, context, and storylines. In Luna's first conversation with Gilroy, the two agreed that, quote unquote, we are going to be patient. A revolutionary doesn't get shaped by one event or by the words of a mentor. Things have to happen. You have to digest life in order to transform. By the end of the call, I was in love with his take on it and the risk he wanted to pursue, Luna said. And risky it is in many ways. Andor feels like an HBO show that just happened to stream on Disney Plus. Full of morally nebulous characters grandiose action set pieces and predicaments that lead our the that our let lead can resolve in a single episode. Fans and critics alike have been shocked and elated at just what a big swing Andor is. And Luna has been keeping up with the response to the show because even after Rogue One crossed $1 billion at the global box office and suggested that there was a big chunk of the audience that wanted to see something different in the world of Star Wars. He wanted people to embrace the new show for the right reasons. For him, the right reasons were yes, I love action, I love adventure, I love the big science fiction scope of Star Wars, the Star Wars has. But when you really care, about the characters, but when you really care about the characters that happen to be in those action sequences, the action becomes huge in a way money and effects can't provide. And that's the end of the article. And I can kind of get that. I mean, for me, I enjoyed it because like I don't mind the Jedi, the Sith, the Force, the spiritual aspect of Star Wars. I don't mind that. In fact, that's like debatedly the thing that got me into Star Wars was that. But I am happy that we got a show that didn't have the Jedi, the Sith, the Force, really. Like, I don't mind, like, if, like, well, of course, the Emperor, like, Palpatine is, like, will be the exception in this case, because it's the Empire. And I don't think many people get upset if the Emperor was in the show. I think that he shouldn't use his Force powers in the show. Like, sure, he should be in there, but still have, like, the galaxy believe that he's just I guess military leader that took over an empire because the Republic failed the galaxy and stuff like that. Because I don't if everybody and their mothers knew about Palpatine being a Sith Lord. Yeah, if everybody knew that he was a Sith Lord now, then that would like I feel like dilute the character a bit. That makes sense. So that's just me. But anyways, I do think that this show does require patience because like they do like there's like what's the word I'm thinking of? Those little burns where they set things up, and they typically go in pairs of threes, right? So like the first two episodes they have like do those slow setup. Third episode there is going to be some action. And then the next three episodes slow setup, and then the third episode action. So I do like so this show does require some patience. But you guys will I feel like you guys will like if you guys hadn't seen the show yet and are going to, I think you guys will appreciate the slow burns because that's setting a lot of things up. So when the action scenes happen, they're not just random action scenes that has like a general purpose. It pulled me into the scene a bit more, and I enjoyed it. Like for me, the action scene that got me the most hooked wasn't exactly the last action scene, like when Ferrix was going crazy after Andor's mother gave that speech. For me, the most even though that was pretty excited, I was invested in it, but for me, I was mostly interested in mostly invested in the prison action scene. Because Andor was thrown in jail, and it took 2 episodes to build up to okay, I'm gonna break out. The Empire's shit. we gotta break out, otherwise we're going to die in here. And we all know that Andor survives the events of Andor, because Rogue One happens, and he dies in that. So, like, for me, the prison scene was the most, like, yes! You get them! You serve the Empire there! Even though, like, I got the same feeling with the Varric scene, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe because the prison scene had any circuits in it. Maybe that's why. But, like I said, I think the show is worth it, and, deserves at least one monster. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And we'll talk to you fellow Mintus later. And may the force be with us all.